コイル式、キーワードの各文字から始まる動詞フレーズ、イングリッシュ248。イングリッシュ、E から始まる動詞フレーズ40、スタート。
Elaborate on English sentence structures. Eliminate errors in English. Emphasize correct English pronunciation. Emphasize the importance of English. Employ English in daily life. Empower students to speak in English. Enable students to learn English. Encourage English immersion. Encourage English reading habits. Encourage English speaking in class. Encourage the use of English. Encourage writing in English. Engage in English conversations. Engage learners with English media. Engage students in English discussions. Engage with English speakers. Enhance confidence in English presentations. Enhance English fluency. Enhance English reading comprehension. Enhance English vocabulary. Enlighten students about English expressions. Enrich English language knowledge. Enroll in English courses. Establish a foundation in English grammar. Establish English learning goals. Evaluate English listening comprehension. Evaluate English proficiency. Evaluate English writing. Examine English comprehension skills. Examine English texts. Expand English speaking opportunities. Expand English speaking skills. Expand English writing skills. Experiment with English language techniques. Explain English grammar. Explain English idioms. Explain English language rules. Explore English culture. Expose learners to different English accents. Express ideas clearly in English.
ご視聴ありがとうございました。チャンネル登録のご検討もぜひよろしくお願いいたします。イングリッシュ N から始まる動詞フレーズ35、スタート。
Name common English expressions. Name English language structures. Name key English grammar rules. Name the parts of speech in English. Narrate stories in English. Narrow down English learning objectives. Narrow down English learning strategies. Narrow the focus of English lessons. Narrow the range of English topics. Navigate English language exams. Navigate English language learning. Navigate English learning challenges. Navigate English learning resources. Navigate through English idioms. Navigate through English texts. Negotiate in English. Normalize English language usage. Normalize speaking English in class. Normalize the use of English in professional settings. Note changes in English grammar. Note differences in English pronunciation. Note English language patterns. Note errors in English usage. Note improvements in English proficiency. Note new English vocabulary. Notice patterns in English writing. Notice progress in English. Notice the fluency of English speech. Nudge learners to speak in English. Nurture a love for English. Nurture an English learning environment. Nurture English communication skills. Nurture interest in English. Nurture language fluency in English. Nurture multilingual skills through English.
ご視聴ありがとうございました。チャンネル登録のご検討もぜひよろしくお願いいたします。イングリッシュ G から始まる動詞フレーズ36スタート。
Gain a better understanding of English. Gain confidence in English speaking. Gain exposure to English media. Gain fluency in English conversation. Gain proficiency in English. Gather English resources. Gather insights into English literature. Gather understanding of English texts. Gauge English listening skills. Generate English learning materials. Generate interest in English culture. Give emphasis to English language learning. Give examples in English. Give presentations in English. Glimpse the evolution of the English language. Gloss over English mistakes. Go beyond basic English skills. Go beyond basic English. Go deeper into English vocabulary. Go for fluency in English. Go over English texts. Go through English grammar rules. Grapple with English pronunciation. Grasp English grammar rules. Grasp the concept of English tenses. Grasp the meaning of English idioms. Grind down on English mistakes. Grind through English lessons. Groom learners for English proficiency. Groom students for English exams. Group English learners. Grow accustomed to English accents. Grow confident in English writing. Grow English vocabulary. Guide learners in English speaking practice. Guide students in English writing.
ご視聴ありがとうございました。チャンネル登録のご検討もぜひよろしくお願いいたします。イングリッシュ L から始まる動詞フレーズ36スタート。
Lead English discussions. Learn English idioms. Learn English through practice. Learn English through role-playing. Learn English through storytelling. Learn English vocabulary systematically. Learn from English mistakes. Learn new English expressions. Learn to listen to English at different speeds. Learn to speak English. Learn to use English fluently. Learn to write in English. Level the playing field in English proficiency. Level up English skills. Leverage English media for learning. Leverage English resources. Leverage English speaking communities. Leverage technology to learn English. Limit the use of native language in English practice. Link English phrases with their meanings. Link English vocabulary to context. List benefits of learning English. List common English phrases. List common mistakes in English usage. Listen actively in English. Listen carefully to English speakers. Listen for context in English conversations. Listen to English audio materials. Listen to English. Liven up English lessons. Look for English idioms in daily use. Look for English language opportunities. Look for opportunities to practice English. Look over English assignments. Look up English words in the dictionary. Lounge in English-speaking environments.
ご視聴ありがとうございました。チャンネル登録のご検討もぜひよろしくお願いいたします。イングリッシュ、I から始まる動詞フレーズ35、スタート。
Identify common English mistakes. Ignite interest in learning English. Illustrate English grammar rules. Illustrate English sentence structures. Illustrate the use of English expressions. Impart knowledge of English idioms. Improve English comprehension. Improve English proficiency. Improve English writing fluency. Improvise English language exercises. Incorporate English speaking practices into lessons. Increase English exposure. Increase English speaking opportunities. Indulge in English literature. Influence the use of English in the classroom. Initiate conversations in English. Initiate English study groups. Inspire a love for English. Inspire students to speak English. Instill confidence in English learners. Instruct on English pronunciation. Instruct on English writing techniques. Instruct students in English composition. Interact in English. Interpret English slang. Interpret English texts. Interview in English. Introduce English language games. Introduce English reading materials. Introduce new English vocabulary. Invest in English learning resources. Investigate English language trends. Invite feedback on English assignments. Involve learners in English activities. Involve parents in supporting English learning.
ご視聴ありがとうございました。チャンネル登録のご検討もぜひよろしくお願いいたします。イングリッシュ S から始まる動詞フレーズ35、スタート。
Search for English learning communities. Search for English resources. Seek feedback on English proficiency. Seek to improve English. Select English materials for study. Set a time for English practice. Set English learning goals. Share English language resources. Share experiences of learning English. Shift focus to English conversation. Simplify English concepts. Simplify English instructions. Simulate English speaking environments. Simulate real-life English conversations. Speak English fluently. Standardize English language tests. Stimulate interest in learning English. Streamline English teaching methods. Strengthen English listening skills. Strengthen English vocabulary. Stress the importance of English. Structure English lessons. Structure English practice sessions. Study English culture. Study English grammar. Study English in depth. Study English literature. Suggest improvements for English writing. Summarize English texts. Supervise English language activities. Supply English learning tools. Supply English speaking practice opportunities. Support English learning. Sustain engagement in English learning. Synchronize English learning materials.
ご視聴ありがとうございました。チャンネル登録のご検討もぜひよろしくお願いいたします。イングリッシュ H から始まる動詞フレーズ31スタート。
Handle English assignments. Handle English language barriers. Have students practice English. Hear English in different contexts. Hear English spoken by native speakers. Hear how English is used in different cultures. Help build confidence in English. Help improve English language fluency. Help improve English skills. Help learners engage with English materials. Help learners navigate English texts. Help learners understand English. Help students express themselves in English. Help students improve English pronunciation. Help students learn English. Help students master English idioms. Highlight common English errors. Highlight cultural aspects of English language. Highlight differences in English usage. Highlight key English phrases. Highlight the importance of English grammar. Hold English conversations. Hold English discussions. Hold mock English interviews. Hone English listening skills. Hone English pronunciation. Hone English speaking abilities. Hone English writing skills. Hone skills in English writing. Hone the ability to write in English. Host English practice sessions.
ご視聴ありがとうございました。チャンネル登録のご検討もぜひよろしくお願いいたします。ご視聴ありがとうございました。チャンネル登録のご検討もぜひよろしくお願いいたします。